Shit, they can't hear you.
They can't hear me?
The cast technically starts now. You guys' audio was not being broadcasted. It was only mine.
My god.
Okay.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
We can redo the introductions, I guess.
I have to hardcore edit this later. Oh, God.
I'm sorry. But
No,
anyways, hi, I'm Sora. Now you can hear me.
Josh.
I can hear me. I guess I'm Josh. You guys don't need to hear the joke that I made before.
Yeah, you get a reset. You get a fucking reset.
It's like
here.
having a save file.
Oh my god. I will have to edit this later. And what I'll do is I'll just make it like private later. Anyways, so welcome to another episode of the Velvetcast. Warning ahead of time, there's going to be heavy spoilers for Steven Universe Bomb number 6.
Yeah.
We just finished watching it all together.
Yeah.
So why don't we just get into it? So what the fuck's with that ending, huh?
Yeah. So I don't know what the deal is with that episode because the air date is supposed to be 2 weeks from now, is what it says on Wikipedia, right? So that was the first episode. Like the last episode we saw was the first episode of the new season, apparently, according to Wikipedia. I don't know. I'm gonna look around the Steven Universe subreddit.
I know that there's a big episode coming up on Memorial Day.
Okay.
It says on Wikipedia that the 5th season is scheduled to premiere on May 29th.
Yep.
On Memorial Day, there's going to be like 4 episodes coming out.
Okay, so I think we just saw the first bout of those. Oops.
All right.
The first episode of that. If that's supposed to be.
Yeah, no, that was supposed to be episode number 1. The episodes for that are Stuck Together, The Trial, Off Colors, and Lars's Head.
Nice.
Well, fuck. So that'll be an interesting. Maybe Lars will die.
Well,
Maybe.
At the very least, it seems like we're getting more Lars episodes. So, I guess Mitch will be sad, and then Andre is going to be super happy.
Like, out of all the people that could have joined him to go into space, it had to be fucking Lars.
Yeah, I'm really happy about that, honestly.
No, you are, because you get to go with Steven into space.
Honestly, okay, alright. So can we talk about Lars for a second?
Yeah, let's
talk about Lars.
Let's talk about Lars.
This is a very Lars-centric bomb.
I'm gonna start drinking now.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm already right there, man. So I don't know. I feel like Lars gets a lot of shit. That's partially deserved because he's a kind of a piece of shit. But I also feel bad because he's a relatable piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like all of his. I would be surprised if somebody who shits on Lars didn't have the same deficiencies that he has at some point in their lives. You know what I mean? Like, at the core of it, he is just a super insecure kid. Like, fuck, man. Like, he was so insecure about his baking skills. Like, I wish I was good at baking. I would fucking brag about that. I put that would be like my first line of my Tinder. Like, I could bake you a dope-ass cake, you know? Like,
I think it's something that's very different when we're like, we're like, what, 24 right now versus like being in like high school.
Well, yeah. Well, in high school.
In high school, I don't know if it'd be something that you'd be quite so proud of.
Baking? Yeah, I guess that's true. But
for somebody who's so caught up in like
oh, absolutely. I get why he's insecure about it. But like from the outside in, like, and I guess that's why I'm happy to see his character because he like it's like. I've grown past this, like we can see a lot as well as like with Steven.
I think a lot of why people shit on Lars is because a lot of people are uncomfortable with that part of themselves, where they look back on that insecure them and go, ew.
Right. Well, I still relate a lot to Lars. I still feel a lot of the same things that he feels a lot. And it's not as such an extreme level, like I would like to think that if my number one girl was in trouble, I wouldn't fucking puss out and hide in the bottom of the ship. That was a pretty low point. That was, oh man, that was rough. That was rough. I was like, come on, Lars.
No, was it like looking in a mirror? Like you just had to, they had to address like a real ass like thing.
Sometimes it is, but I haven't been. Thankfully, I haven't been in a life or death situation like that. So I wonder if once fight or flight instincts kick in, I wonder which one would take over first. But Yeah, I don't know. And at least he had like a moment of self-realization later where he was like, yeah, I just kind of wimped out and didn't even do anything, and like at least he like, he's I think out of all the critics he has, Lars' biggest critic is himself, and that's probably why I can relate to him so much, like you can tell that he puts himself down like a shitload. Um, yeah, I don't know. I am hoping that by the end of this whole arc that we see not a different Lars, but a more learned Lars. Like everyone, like when he had that moment with Steven and like they were like Steven saying like I'm happy that I'm not totally alone. And, like everyone thought they were about to fuse. Like he moved Topaz to the point where she almost turned into a crystal gem, basically, right? Like that was I don't know, that was sweet. I don't know. I think Lars has the biggest potential for some really awesome character development out of the normal humans.
Oh yeah.
Maybe next to Connie.
I mean, I feel like when it comes to Lars's character, I give him a lot of shit, but I feel like a lot of that boils down to because you like him. And because
Right.
you relate to him, and I feel like it's like oh god, it's Lars, and I feel and it's that, and Josh is kind of right on the point where it's like yeah, I don't want to admit that there's like aspects of myself at the time that I can see in Lars.
I'm pretty sure what Lars goes through is like absolutely universal.
Totally.
Everybody's been at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. But let's change gears and stop talking about Lars.
Oh, I see. All
right.
Just trying to like steer the conversation away from the topic that he doesn't like.
No, it's because
Are you
like,
trying to
I
hide
just think
some
it's funny. I think it's
insecurities,
funny. I think it's funny because like out of all the things that happened in this last 6 episodes, the thing that you two decided to focus on was on fucking Lars and not
I mean, it was a lot of Lars. It was a lot of Lars.
I mean, like, there's so many
Lars
bombastic.
episodes.
That's like there's so many bombastic movies out, and you're like, I think
You see,
I'm gonna
Mitchell,
watch.
I focus on this because I know it pisses you off.
Yeah. Oh. Well, tangential to Lars, we definitely like. He almost said that he loved Sadie. It was so close, so fucking close.
Oh my
Like,
god,
oh my god, it was so close. It made me so happy.
you guys suck.
They're so cute.
No, they are cute together. They're a super cute ship.
You see, Mitchell likes the ship, but he doesn't like one person in the ship.
I can like a ship and not like one distinct individual in the ship. Because Sadie brings out like better parts of Lars, and they both are very supportive. Well, I mean, she's very supportive. So like, I like Sadie. Sadie's cool. I just feel bad that like like her object of affection. Like obviously she sees something in him that I clearly don't. Anyways, yeah. The cool kids were cool in this. I like the little episode that dealt with that.
The cool kids have always
about the writing in these last few episodes that feels like I guess it's a lot of like sort of echoing like fan opinion, I guess, where the cool kids are cool and finding out and Steven saying explicitly, oh yeah, finding out like my mom's like an intergalactic war criminal and stuff
right.
like that.
Yeah.
It seems like it's almost making it sort of concrete or like explicitly stating stuff that sort of the fans have been sort of echoing all around the place, and it felt a little bit weird to me, honestly.
Weird, huh? That like it went super meta or what?
It felt almost like sort of a bit too meta to me.
Interesting.
Granted, I do know that the writers for the show do keep their ear to like the ground and like sort of make sure to like keep in touch with what the fans are doing and saying, but it feels just a little bit odd as a choice to like engage so directly with what the fans have been saying, I guess.
Yeah, I get that. I can get that. It did definitely get very self-referential, especially what was it with the fucking Lapis fan art from Pearl? That was sweet.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ! The fact that the wings and everything look exactly like Lapis. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say real quick, one of the on those callbacks and stuff, I absolutely adore how they turned the "Are you my dad?" line, because that was a line that really stuck out in the trailer for the bomb. And I loved how they turned it around and it was like, oh, it's Peridot. Peridot was the one who kind of set up
fucking
this...
Peridot. Come on.
Oh, man. It's fucking real. Like, fuck. But, like, I mean, that was a really cool callback. Like, or not callback, throwback. Because I would have never fucking guessed in a million years that that's what it would have been, you know? Like, the fact that, like, they were calling out specific people, and it was like, oh. And, like, I love how ominous they were built up in the end of the episodes.
Yeah.
Aquamarine and Topaz. So,
dude, can we talk about Aquamarine? Like, holy shit! Like, she's just a little bundle of smugness. Like, wow.
You know, Aquamarine reminds me of like this one like Batman villain.
Oh, Babyface.
Certain Pixar film.
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Who?
Babyface. She's the one who could never grow up and stuff.
Babyface from Batman? Okay.
I think so. I think that's the name.
Yeah, it's like I remember her from like the Batman animated series where she was like a female villainess that like she looks like a 5-year-old or something, but she's actually like in her 30s. And she has like I remember really liking this villain too because it sort of touches on like the main core of Batman, which is like part of it is, you know, Batman is actually sort of looking after these supervillains too, and that he like enters in Arkham Asylum, where they're all suffering from various like, you know, personal traumas. Hers is that she's never taken seriously because of her looks and stuff like that.
Mm.
But it's like, she felt sort of mean and catty in that way, I guess.
You know what's funny is that when I look at Aquamarine, I see like the little teardrop thing, the teardrop, the fact that it's like it's a teardrop shape, and it's all like obviously it's supposed to be like, you know, like a little like the innocent little girl kind of look almost she has going on. But like whenever I see like a teardrop, I immediately thought of like the teardrop tattoos that people get in prison if you killed someone.
Right,
and I was like,
no, it definitely felt like that too. I was like, what the hell?
And I'm like, nah, this is probably just me. That's probably just me being fucked up. And then they're like, nope, I was right. It was me. Like, fuck. I liked how I just really like the presence of other gen. The one thing I will say is, unfortunately, these things were these episodes were the screenshots of them were like thrown all across the internet like a week before the episodes came out, to the point where like even like the Lion episode, the one that we kind of have been not really been touching on, that Lion episode had been like leaked a month in advance.
Right.
And so, like, and it's not even like, and it wasn't like Cartoon Network was like, oh no, let's just fucking put it up. No, this was actually leaked.
Yep.
So like, there's a lot of like, it's really weird because like when I first saw Topaz and Aquamarine, I was like, oh, these guys don't look like as it's like when Gen 1ers are saying like, man, I don't like anything in Gen 3 Pokemon. Or Gen 4, like I don't play the original. It's like I started to feel that a little, and it was really weird because I'm like, these guys their designs don't really look that like inspired, like compared to, and then like as I was watching the episodes, like it like eased out, and I was like, no, these guys work super hardcore. I like them now.
Yeah, for sure.
Like actually seeing them in motion and seeing what they actually do.
Yep.
Like yeah, so. But yeah, so. I mean, the episodes were all really fun.
Some of them are fun. No,
the cliffhanger is what's killing me right now because like I know that it's only going to take like 2 weeks for us to figure out what happened, but it's 2 weeks. And I'm just really hoping that no one spoils anything or you know anything like that. And I wonder if like because I'm under the assumption that Topaz came from Yellow Diamond and Aquamarine came from Blue Diamond, right? So, like, they obviously worked together, or they sent like similar agents, you know, or something. But I guess you could say the same thing with when Jasper and Peridot came up to Earth, right? No, because they were both Yellow Diamond. Damn it!
I mean, I don't think necessarily the color of the gem necessarily always denotes like who they're aligned with or who they're from.
Yeah.
At least strictly speaking, I think it's just something where I will say like reserve judgment until you actually know the proper alignment, I guess.
Mm. Well, I think we need to say how the fuck are they gonna get out of this one? I mean, it's not like the crystal gems can come and save the day. Like, unless Peridot has something that we didn't know about, like, cause like, I mean, the ship's gone. Like, the only thing I could think of is the downed green hand that came down when back in Jailbreak. But like even then, they threw those chunks into the ocean or something, right?
Well, what the fuck was up with the? Because like I didn't want to say this, but like okay, so back to the lion episode when they were when he went to the place in the desert, right?
Yeah.
Like there, like I don't know, maybe I was just going crazy, but like you saw like a bunch, like two purple like or pink hills, right? Like pink columns.
Oh, I thought those were like like you know how like everyone has a ship. I thought that was
yeah.
I thought that was Pink Diamond's ship.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I was going towards too. Yeah. Like, so if that's down, like, we can unearth that and go, right? Like,
I mean, but that's under the assumption that like someone else knows about that. Like
maybe Garnet would know,
or
Pearl.
It's so weird. It's so fucking weird because like the or Lion would have to let him know or something, which is weird to say because Lion's a character that only really reacts or is honestly interacting with Steven. So I don't know. The whole thing is so weird. It's all up in the air.
It's all fucked up. It's all fucked up.
No, but like it's good. This is how a good show should make you feel when something like this happens. Because to be honest with you, I think I mentioned this either on a cast or something, but I was worried that I was getting kind of slowly out of Steven Universe.
Yeah.
And this kind of brought me back in, and I was like, oh, fuck, I care.
Yeah. This is a really good bomb.
I mean, we have to say, you were feeling that, after, like, the Onion episode and stuff. Like, we had a whole bunch of, like, Earth episodes for a while.
Right. And, those aren't bad, but this one was nice rounded out because, like, we had the episode where like Lars shows his love for baking, and it was cool. And then we had an episode where Connie and Steven are spelunking with Connie's dad, and that's cute. And then like we fucking go to fucking space, and there's drama now. Like it's nice. It's a nice, well-rounded bomb with a solid cliffhanger. Like I'm pumped for more.
Yeah, there's just a lot. There's a lot of like really interesting ideas going on, and obviously we'll come back to it. Like the funny thing is the episode premieres on the day before the cast. Which, by the way, Sundays are the new day for the cast. We probably should have said that at some point, because Persona's gonna be done on Mondays now, due to like some schedule conflicts. And I know I've changed the cast days a couple times now, and I'm sorry to both Josh and Sora, but this is just. Until we have more shows going, like we just have to be a bit more flexible with how minimalistic things have been. But in terms of Steven Universe, like the good thing is that like we'll have the next bomb ready to talk about like in June. Like we'll probably talk a bit about it then. Not even a bomb, just like fucking 4 episodes in a row. I mean, well, 3, I guess, because we already watched one, huh?
Oops.
I mean, but like fuck. What a fucking cliffhanger. Like, goddamn. So, yeah. That's that. I mean, does anyone else want to say anything about Steven real quick besides the fact that, like, the fact that, like, I like the fact that Steven's mom, I was like, I forgot her name. I like the fact that Rose, like, prepared another tape just in case.
Yeah, no, that was cute. One small detail, Connie's ringtone is definitely Here Comes a Thought. That was fucking sweet.
Oh my
God. Like the little detail they added in. I was pretty happy about that.
Which means she had to make that herself, right? Because there's no recording like of that song.
Yep.
Oh my God. I guess I would just also like to add real quick that I like the fact that like the deeper we get into Steven Universe, the weirder the fucking background. Like did you notice that the credit song, that thing that always creeps me the fuck out, like has a bass now. Like it sounds more like ready to like I don't know. It just sounds more ready. Like
Yeah.
like it's happening. The things that we were worried about is happening, and I feel like no matter what happens at the end of this, like shit's gonna go down, and I feel like we're gonna like season 5 is gonna be the start of something real bad. That's kind of where I'm at.
Oh boy, shit's getting real.
Yeah, at least that's
Ominous
what I feel.
foreshadowing.
So that being said, anyone else want to add anything more to the Steven Universe part of things?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
I should be fine unless somebody brings something up that I am particularly interested in talking about.
Oh, okay. Can I start off the weeks then this week?
Go for it.
Okay. Did any of you guys see what my thing on the Trello is?
Oh fuck! I should check.
I'm gonna wait.
What? What the fuck?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Elaborate, please.
All right. So I went to a DVD. So every paycheck I get paid like every 2 weeks, and so like I went to a DVD shop that's nearby. There's tons of comic book shops around, which is really great. Like there's a nice little comic book shop that has like a bunch of manga and like some stuff I'm interested in, and then there's like one that has like card games and shit, which I'm super excited for all the time. Even though I don't play anymore, I still like to watch. So I went to a DVD store with one of my new friends, Chelsea, and we were looking around, and this DVD's place is like really shady, like really fucking shady, and all the DVDs are sold for like $4 or less, right? And so I'm like, wow, look, they have The Man Who Stared at Goats and School of Rock and like all these like $1 DVDs, and Chelsea's like really confused, like why is this place? Like, what is it about this place that just doesn't feel right? Because there's, like, VHS tapes and shit. So, like, at first I was like, oh, it's just, like, a mom-and-pop shop. Don't worry about it. And then, like, there's a little, like, wooden door. and we see this guy come out through the wooden door. And, like, he has this giant stack of DVDs. And I'm like, oh, man, that must be where, like, they have, like, the more expensive DVDs or something. And the first one at the stack of the DVDs is called Anal Academy, and it's the picture of on the cover of this DVD is like an American Pie-esque font and a giant ass. Like, and I'm like, wow!
Okay. I mean, that's a good cover for.
Also buy like porn DVDs.
Yeah,
Wow.
so then I decided to go back there, and like the front of the store. By the way, just to give you some idea, the front of the store looks like like when like a store sells video games, but like they don't have enough in stock, so every single one is spread out.
Oh yeah.
On the shelves. That's the DVD front. And don't get me wrong, they have some really good DVDs there. Like I bought like 10 DVDs for $17. So then I go in the back, and, like, it's way nicer back there. And there's a glass case, and there's, like, like, all the porn DVDs are in these really nice, like, sleeves. And, like, everything just, it's like, oh, God! And that's like,
Man,
wow!
We're clearly connoisseurs.
And so, like, I go back in the front, and I'm watching the guy who bought Anal Academy, and, like, they're having to write down his purchase on a piece of, like, they don't have, like, a register, it's all cash only. And I'm like, wow, I now know why. They don't want to be able to track back these purchases.
Oh.
So I go up and I buy all my DVDs, and the guy who looks at me and he's like, "Hey, I saw you went into the back there. Anything you're interested in back there?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good." As he's like writing down that I bought the Princess Bride. And like,
oh, nice
and like Jumanji. Like I'm buying all these like movies that are feel good films for me, and like. Or, like, I've never even seen The Princess Bride. I just...
You've never seen The Princess Bride?
No, so that's the thing. I bought a bunch of DVDs because, like, one, some of them are, like, feel-goods, but some of them are movies I've never seen. So now I have...
You would love The Princess Bride. I think you especially. I'm sorry, I'm derailing. Go
No.
for it.
So, like, I bought a bunch of DVDs, and like the whole point of it is like they're either feel good films or they're like movies that like I've been told my entire life that I need to watch, and I've never watched. So like I picked up Juno because I've never seen Juno before.
That's right. You did mention that. Juno's also good.
And I also now I have W, the story of George W. Bush, because I heard that was okay. And yeah. I also like someone's like, what if you don't like these movies? And like then I just return them to the porn shop. So yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to tell you guys the Anal Academy story because it sounded funny to me.
Wow, I'm sad that you didn't actually go for it and purchase it just to see
What the porn?
Yeah.
Why would I buy the porn at the porn shop?
I mean,
it was way more expensive.
Was it? Oh, I guess that makes sense, right?
Like the actual like you could buy like School of Rock for like $1, but you would have to spend like $20 to buy like its porn equivalent, School of Cock.
$20, really? In the age of the internet, like that's too much to be paying for porn.
because you're spending money on the it's like when you go to the next porn con, you can be like, I have a hard copy of The Force Awakens. I realized that was supposed to be a porn name, and I just kind of fucked it up because that's the real name of the film.
So
Guardians of the Ecstasy Part
Guardians of the Ecstasy
or something.
Hell yeah. Are you saying that these DVDs have collector's value? Like, is that what you're trying to tell me?
I think they do. I mean, at the very least,
Star Horse, The Force Awakens. There we go.
There you go, Star Wars.
Okay.
Yeah. I always feel guilty about collecting amiibos. I didn't realize.
I don't know, man. It's like I'm waiting for Star Wars, like The Last Jedi myself.
Oh my god! All right.
The Last Jedi, and like it's not like an old actor. It's real life Mark Hamill getting plowed.
My god! He's getting.
No.
All right, that took a turn.
I'm fucking this up. I'm fucking this up so hard because I'm like halfway through another drink, and I'm like, god damn it, Lars. Look at what you've done!
This is what happens when you mix Steven Universe and alcohol together. You get this.
This is a really weird cast. We were talking about a fucking children's like show, like not even like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. All right, Josh. Do you want to talk about your week?
I can't say that my week quite matches up to Mitchell's, finding physical proof that physical pornography is still a thing.
Anal Academy. That sounds like a bad visual novel.
Right, that's what I thought it was at first. Like I was like, wow, they're just not even being subtle with these visual novel names
maybe
anymore.
Finding like a like porn DVD box in a bush will become the new like finding a Playboys in the bush thing now. It's like, oh man. Imagine all those grade schoolers finding, Anal Academy in this bush and going, oh my gosh, look what I have, guys.
No, well, you know what I want? I want it to be like the fucking opening sequence to like a visual novel, and it's like they have the little academy and they have the little rose petals, like a fucking Oron High School Host Club opening. But then it turns like it takes like a hard left and like becomes the fucking hentai scene. Oh god damn it, god damn everything. What happened?
The host club is just a front for like a whole bunch of like yaoi porn. they bring what was her name? Shit,
Haruhi.
They bring in Haruhi to become like their cameraman.
Oh my god. Anyways, what an amazing, like, much like the cast turned to fucking left hardcore. Like, Josh, what happened during your week? Please save us.
I no-lifed super hard, and I played like the Monster Hunter.
Is there a new one?
Which one?
Generations. A friend let me borrow their 3DS, and I probably put at least like 30 hours, 40 hours into it in like the last like week.
It's
maybe.
good.
Nice.
It's a good game.
No, fuck, man. It's like,
Dude, how wait, was this your first foray into Monster Hunter?
I had played some Monster Hunter before on the PSP because same friend, we were in the dorms together, and we had like a group of 4 people who would like go on hunts, and I did not get very far with that because I think like a week after that we started watching like anime on the weekends, and we ended up like binging through like Gurren Lagann and stuff like that.
Nice.
So Monster Hunter fell a little bit to the wayside, but fuck man, like pretty much almost the exact same group got super hard into Monster Hunter, and fuck man. Oh,
Well, you know,
this shit is such a grind, but I like it. And
Well,
it's terrible.
you're playing. You say you're playing Generations.
Yes.
So that's the one before like or X happened, where like you have all the aerial stuff.
I think it is X.
Is X? Yeah, it's the Western localization of X.
Oh shit! What the fuck did I play? Oh.
We played Monster Hunter 4.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's what you and I played at least. I know for a fact we played that together. I think that was the previous game.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's real. Because like Monster Hunter was like a guilty play. Like I threw like a stupid amount of time into the Wii version of Try. Like and when it came out for 3DS, I was able to pick up a copy of 4, and I put a stupid amount of time in that too. But like I
Monster Hunter has always been one of those games that it's like I knew I would enjoy, but I never really picked up and played because I never had a 3DS or a portable system.
Well, the good news is if you want your own 3DS, like they do have the 2DS XL now for 150. And
yeah, it's like I had zero interest in it when you guys talked about it last week, but after playing Monster Hunter, I feel like I need to. No.
I mean, you keep in mind it doesn't come out for like another month, right? So
yeah,
probably.
But you can place the pre-orders on Amazon and stuff like that.
Oh, can you right now? I should do that.
I think so. I'm pretty sure you can, because like I remember looking into it because I was actually considering that for myself, because I've been wanting to play Bravely Second, but like another Monster Hunter game would be super fun. The problem is that I'm having the issue right now of, but I spent $300 on a Switch, and like I don't want to like I don't want to betray that purchase and get another like Nintendo product, because I'm like, oh, what if I just wait it out? If I just wait it out, more Pokemon will come.
Oh
Like-
fuck! It's unavailable right now. God damn it! I missed my shot.
Oh, shit.
Whatever.
That's okay. Next time.
But yeah, it's something where right now I'm still in that like phase where I feel really lost, and I'm still getting really used to a lot of the systems, I guess, because a lot has changed since the last Monster Hunter game that I played.
What was the last one you played?
Ah, fuck, I don't remember the title anymore because honestly, I think I played a pirated copy on like a PSP that was like broken wide open, like hacked to oblivion. But it's like it had like a small farm area where you could like get all the gathering materials instead of actually going out to like gather. I do not know how many generations back that would be though of Monster Hunter titles. But it's like doing all this research on like armor and like all these buffs and debuffs. It's strange, but I actually quite enjoy doing this. It's been a while since I've had reasons like have more than like 10 tabs open up for like a single game.
Jesus.
Especially
Dude,
because I picked up Hunting Horn. It's like, oh man, learning all those songs.
I am so freaking pumped for a Monster Hunter game to show up on the Switch because I will fucking play the shit out of that. I know it. Like
I'm at the point where like I'm just waiting for like big fucking titles to drop on the Switch, so that like
right.
I will be super invested. Like I know that I should pick it up. Disgaea 5. I know.
Oh yeah, is that out
Don't
on
worry,
Switch?
Disgaea will ruin your life.
No, Disgaea already ruined my life. I got to 4, and one of my characters had like the max, not even max stats, but like he was like the 9th level 9,999 because I was fucking insane. And like that's
But,
I would get home
like
from
200,
work.
300 hours into the game.
I would get home from work and I would just like grind this one specific character until he got to the level where I'm like, good. And you know what the worst part about that was? He still wasn't strong enough to beat all the big challenges of the game. That game is stupidly hard, and I'm so ready to get into it again with Disgaea 5.
Is Disgaea 5 a good jumping in point? Because I feel like I need an excuse to it's coming out next week or whatever, 10 days from now. So I kind of want an excuse to play an RPG on my Switch, especially since Persona 5 will be winding down soon.
What I would say is honestly, I loved 4. 4 was my favorite one. That's the one where Troy Baker was like the main guy, and it was all cute and dumb, and I had a great time with that. And I've played 2, 1, and 3 since then. And I played a bit of 5, and we tried to do it for the channel, and it just really didn't work out. But what I'll tell you is this. Disgaea 5 is a nice game, and the characters are fun. If you're gonna jump into any game, I'd say look at like the protagonists and see whether or not like, oh, is this something I could get behind? Because Killia is cool, and I really like that group of characters. But like, I just for some reason I couldn't get into 4 or not 4. I couldn't get into 5, and I feel like the reason why was because when I played Disgaea 4, I was actually playing it on the Vita. I was playing the re-release on the Vita, and I had it portably, so I was always playing it. And I feel like if you have it like a tactics game, for some reason, for me, I just like it better when it's portable, because then I can lay down and really think about things instead of
right. Well, that's why I was able to finish Persona 3 so quickly, because I was playing on the PSP. I'm totally with you on that. I get that. Because I was able to just grind shit out while watching TV, just zoning out, like, moving around Tartarus. So, like, yeah, that's what I'm looking for 5, I guess, on the Switch.
I would totally recommend it. Like, I will not get a copy for the show, but I'll totally get a copy for myself.
Interesting. Okay. I'll think about that.
I feel like with the proliferation of like the Switch and like good games for the Switch, will slowly but surely like turn into those like attentionless blobs that just can't do anything without something in their hands.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm already there. Like I went to a cafe this morning to like go grab some coffee and like just like read some on my Kindle, and I was like so tempted to just bring the Switch, and I'm like, I shouldn't. I should just leave the games at home.
You really should. Oh my god, really? It's gotten that bad?
Yeah, because I have Mario Kart and the cafe has Wi-Fi. So
well, I can't be like, oh god, really short, because when I was playing Golden, like Persona 4 Golden, that was me all the time. Plug in my headphones and just fucking forget the rest of the world existed for a moment.
Could you imagine if Persona were on the Switch?
Really wish. What's that?
No, if Persona were on the Switch, I will throw the playthrough currently in the trash and just sit.
I swear to God, if they put Persona 5 on the Switch, that'd be fucking dope. I'll buy that game and play it again.
It's like, okay, let me put it this way. My struggle with Persona 5 is like, you're dating a super attractive partner, right? And they're really cool, and they know everything that you like, and you're just falling so in love with them, and you want to finally get to that point of being like, hey, would you want to be like physical or intimate sometime? And they're like, yeah, sure, for 2 hours every week.
I thought you were gonna go the route of that they're saving it till marriage and you just can't wait. You just want to go and
no, because for what I get is really nice every single time for 2 hours every week. I'm like, yes, I'm playing Persona 5. I'm having a great time, and then the 2 hours ends and I have to wait another week, and it's taunting me.
It sounds like you're like fucking. Like,
I wonder
really
what it's like for Gingudo to
expensive
sit next to you on the couch. I guess is what I'm wondering right now. While you're playing Persona.
And then the worst part is then you see that attractive partner on pictures on Tumblr, and you see you see them on billboards and on fucking Facebook. God, Persona 5 is so good.
Oh man, have you guys beaten Kamoshida yet?
we beat him 2 weeks ago. We just saw the ending result of that. Like We just told it. I'm like laughing and I'm sweating now because like,
You're hot for Persona right now.
no.
He's experiencing withdrawal.
So the last thing we did was Sai. We traveled back into the future, and Sai was telling us about the next mark that we went after.
Right.
And that was the last bit that happened.
So Sai just said you guys went after Madarame.
Yeah, we went after some big wig dude.
Okay, got it.
So
I think she name dropped him and that was it.
Yeah. She name dropped him, but like the idea was that she had no idea why we picked him next.
Yeah, cool. I just as a side talk, I really love how they do that because like that's how you'll beat almost all of your the people that you're targeting, right? You're just like because like she'll just say something about them and say their name and you know nothing about them, and then she'll just say like a thing that like makes you be like, oh, what the fuck, like what happened this time? You know what I mean? Like they'll like each time there'll be like a new twist on the person whose palace you're about to infiltrate. And I'm like, oh fuck, like I wonder how this ends up. Like I just finished I don't want to name drop the palace person, but what is it? I think it's the 5th palace. The one where I've now gotten all my party members is the one where you get the last party member. Okay. And I literally like 2 hours ago I just stole that person's treasure and it just ended in a really really weird way, and I won't say anything more, but I'm really pumped for how the story is going to go now. Like, it was just at the point where I was like, all right, I get how these palaces are going to go, and then it's like, oh, okay. So I'm really pumped about Persona right now.
I'm worried, actually, Sora.
How about what?
Well, okay, it was something I wanted to talk about eventually on the cast, but okay. So Atlas gave us the date, right?
Yeah.
They gave us 11/18 or something.
Yeah. The end of November. Yeah.
I found out through like a news source that like that is a hard number. They're not gonna go easier than that, and channels that go past that date are gonna be taken down and stuff like that. From my understanding. Atlas USA like they were able to get us more time, but not the end of the game.
Right. Well, so I think again, the way we should just play it by ear. I mean, like it's going to be a really long time before the stream reaches that point. I feel like the cadence that we're going.
Fuck.
So we'll know by then if channels are being shut down, and if they are, then like like worst case scenario, you just finish it on your own time. We talk about it. We have a spoiler cast. You know what I mean? Yeah. We have a spoiler podcast, and it sucks that the channel won't be able, the viewers won't be able to experience it with you guys, but at least you get to see we get to show at least 90% of the game now. I would just wish that they would fucking unlock the share features. I want to take screenshots of this game. God damn. Like, come on.
Well, my favorite part in the game so far is, like, in terms of the stream, is we'll be doing a scene, and then it says, you can't take a screenshot here, and it shows up on our stream. And it's the funniest thing to me for some reason.
Yeah.
But, like, it's a real problem, and I guess the thing that I'm worried about, and it's not, how do I word this? I'm having an absolute blast with the playthrough, because it's pacing me out. Every week I get to look forward to hanging out with Ryuji and Anne and Pierre Gangle and all those guys, and I'm having like an absolute blast with it. But my big problem is that like we're gonna get to the end, and I will be tempted to go past. And like I don't know, I feel like this is such a weird thing because I've never heard this happen before. When it came to Let's Play.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a very Japanese kind of mentality of that they don't like seeing the story is a significant part of the game's content to Atlas, that they don't want it to be shared by people who didn't pay for it, and I guess I can understand that. But like, I feel like this game is like a kind of like a niche enough game. Like it's getting a lot of buzz and a lot of positive attention, which is fucking sweet. But it's still a niche game that I think could only have benefited by just having the whole game shareable, like in terms of streaming and stuff. Like you would have had it more in the public eye. Like you would have had people that would like honestly, I feel like people who have never even heard of Persona 5, like all you need to do is show them like one random battle sequence and they would be at the bare minimum interested. You know, you're like, oh wow, like this game looks pretty sweet. Like, what is this game? You know, and that's how you get hooked onto Persona. You know, like I don't know. This game could have used more exposure,
I feel
and they're shooting
more than any of the other previous Persona games. I've been hearing a lot more about it. Just in general gaming circles.
Oh, well, it also didn't help. I mean, 3 and 4 were fantastic games, and like their exposure happened like a little bit at like I feel like Golden was the moment that like it became more known.
Definitely,
because it was like the fucking seller on the Vita.
Well, that's the thing, right? Yeah, because like that was always part of the conversation in Vita. Like whenever somebody was like, "Oh, the Vita doesn't have any games," somebody would always rebuke, "No, it does have a game. It does have games. It has Persona 4 Golden." You know, like that was. I want to see sales numbers for Golden. I wonder if it beat Persona 4 on the PS2.
I still want to get a Vita TV and play Dancing All Night. That's the one thing. Like that's
Dancing
one thing
All Night would be good. Yeah.
I feel like when it comes to Persona, like this was 10 years. It took 10 years to make this game.
Yeah.
And and it's just this weird moment of like, wow, like you could totally see all the work and the effort and stuff, especially because like there's that moment where I'm like, well, maybe I could like stream Persona 4 or something, like in a worst case scenario with someone else, and like we'll just we'll have 2 Persona days and stuff like that. And then I realized, can I go back to 4 at this point? So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. It's hard to go back to Persona 4 just because Persona 5. Like, so people are having some grievances with the story and the characters, which are valid, I think. But like, in terms of just polish and visual stylings, like, I don't know. It's really hard to go back to Persona 3 and 4. Like, I've been watching a lot of video essays on YouTube about Persona 3 and 4, which have been really sweet. But god damn, those portraits! I feel really bad, but especially Persona 3, like those portraits have not aged very well. I don't think. You know,
well,
like just.
Yeah, I mean,
it was still like trying to like the character designer for that game was still trying to find their footing. It feels like, you know what I mean? Like it's still really cool, really good looking, but like compared to Persona 5, like where like I don't know, like it's just such a refined style, you know?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, those games are still fucking good. And the funny thing is, I was trying to find a copy of Persona 3, the movie, because neither one of my roommates has played 3 and 4, and one of them has no idea what the fuck Persona is. And so I was trying to find where I could find the Persona 3 movie because I wanted to buy it, and it's like, oh, I can't buy it. Apparently, it's really hard to get your hands on anything Persona 3 related.
Yeah, it is really bizarre. I've seen only the first movie out of the 4, and that was it. And it was okay. I would recommend if you want them, if they have no idea what Persona is, I would say like start them off in the anime. Then like that's like it's like the way that like I got my friends in college into Persona was that I got Ultimax, right? Like Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, and like I was just like, all right guys, like play this game with me, and they got into the fighting part of it, and they're like, I have no idea who these characters are, but I really like this game and it's really fun. And I'm like, all right, like well you have 2 options. Either you could play this 80-hour RPG, or we could watch this anime together. And they're like, all right, let's watch the anime. And then they got really into it. So, and this is P4, like the original animation, not the P4 Golden animation. That came out. Oh,
God. Golden's a weird one to talk about.
I never even seen the Golden animation, so I heard it was bad.
Well, it's bad because essentially it's like it's under the implication that you've already either have watched the first anime or have played the first or played the game. So because of that, like a lot of it's a lot of like the sections and bits from Golden just animated. So like it feels weird because Marie doesn't naturally fit into the timeline because she's being told through like snippets and clips and skits rather than like the way that she was paced throughout Golden. And even then, a lot of people don't like Marie anyways because they feel like she was
kind of a Mary Sue, right?
Yeah, like obviously, because all the other characters just naturally like her, like as if she was always part of the cast, as always, and like, or part of the and like she's even in like the Golden True Ultimate ending.
Right. Well, they said that Golden is the canon route, right? Like that's the canon.
Yeah, it's the new canon, right?
However important the canon of Persona is. I've always really liked the way that they've handled the linear, the mythology of Persona, so to speak, like how the other games feed into each other. Like where you can still play them all by themselves, but there's still a lot of cool little nuggets for fans, you know.
Real quick, Next TN asked a question, but they posted it in Velvet Quotes instead. Because it's kind of spoilery for P4. I don't. Do you guys mind if I answer this real quick?
Go for it. Yeah.
Okay, so they asked if the Hollow Forest was a palace technically.
I'm sorry, the Hollow Forest. What is that? Refresh my memory.
So spoilers for spoilers for Persona 4 Golden specifically.
Oh, it's golden. Okay.
Okay, so there's the true end boss fight, right, in the traditional Persona 4 game, but then there's one more added to that, where enemies are kind of ridiculously like only certain things will work against them, like certain spells, and the whole thing's a little difficult to be honest with you. But if you were leveling up stuff properly, you'll be fine. But it's where Marie has her like. It's where Marie's like, you know, mindscape is, like her dungeon.
Got it.
So like I guess you could say under like the definitions that were given in Persona 5, maybe? Because it is
maybe that's kind of like a prototype of the metaverse, right?
Actually, it's probably the best way of looking at it. I never really thought of it like that, but yeah.
Like you could totally see them like, let's storyboard a new concept while we're working on this P5 concept, right? Like that. Like I'm sure P5 the scenario for P5 was, you know, pretty, you know, set in stone. At least the skeleton of it, you know, by the time Golden was out, right? So by the time Golden was in development, I should say. So like I could see that as them kind of, you know,
testing the waters a bit.
Testing the waters of the cognitive world, yeah. Which I really like, by the way. I do super love that concept.
Like, damn. Persona. 2 hours every week.
I will say, I still think that, and I don't want to set you up for, I guess I feel bad saying this up, but like, I still think that Kamoshida, out of all of the palaces that I've done so far, Kamoshida, we'll say is the first or second person that I've like. Well, I should say he's the one. He's like the villain that I've like thought was the smarmiest so far. Like he was the one that I was most motivated. Like, all right, I need to take this fucker down. You know, like everyone else kind of has like I'm a little bit removed from. Like not that they're bad villains or anything like that, but it's more like, okay, like you're a bad guy. Like I need to stop you, and I know why I need to stop you, and I understand why. But you need to go down.
The urgency isn't there. We're
right,
like
Kamoshida, I was like, this fucking asshole needs to be taken down, and I felt it in my soul. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's super obvious when we're doing the stream too, because especially because we're voicing the characters, so we are like way more attached to them than we really need to be.
Yeah,
Like it is obvious. Like there's the moment where it's like someone had suggested, yeah, we gotta take him down, and I'm like, no, let's just kill him. Let's just kill Kamoshida.
Right.
We got like way in there. It was a bit.
I think it helps that like in the future palaces, it's more like one character has a stake, has a very personal stake in each palace, whereas in the first palace, all three of you guys have a personal stake. You know, and in the next few, it's only one character, but they're still like it's still built up well, and it makes sense. You know, it feels good to take those assholes down. But whatever, I digress, and I'm getting a little too specific. So
that's not good.
I'm pumped for you to see the rest of that game.
Yeah, no, it's super great. Like it's a super great game, and like I said, I feel like the only reason like I'm a little frustrated with it is because like I only get to play a couple hours every week, and most of the time it's like I see everyone posting like images and memes, and it's been like we are in about the month, right? It's been almost a month and a half now that the game's been out, and like
fuck yeah, we're like just entering 5 weeks, right?
And like this game is just gonna keep going for me.
Yeah,
like it's gonna I feel like there's gonna be this moment where everyone else is gonna drop off Persona because they beat it, and we're still gonna be going, and I'm gonna get really attached to this game. I can already feel it. Like,
well, I think what really helps is that it's a really fun game to watch, just because of how stylistically beautiful it is. Like, once I beat Persona, I'm probably gonna be hopping on those streams and watching, just to kind of, you know, even if it's just for nostalgia purposes, you know, just nostalgia for a game that I had beaten like days ago. But still, you know, like, I don't know. I'm already like looking forward to starting my next playthrough of that game, which is not something I say a lot.
Well,
about.
I want to know. at some point, so I want to ask someone that I can trust, like if there's multiple endings to the game, because that was the thing with 3 and 4, where like 3 has technically 2 endings, and if you're not, and that's not if you're including FES, where that's a whole fucking like other half of, like not other half, but like another like third of a game.
Yeah.
But like, I want to know if like Persona 5 has multiple endings, because like 4 had at least 3, 4. I like it took a second. But like that was one of my favorite parts about 4, was because technically you're like trying to solve the mystery. If you don't solve the mystery, or if things go in reverse, like it gets there. Like each of those endings were really solid. Like especially the first time I played 4, where like I didn't get the proper ending, and so like it felt very like left to like just this garbage scenario. Like I left that world feeling like fucked, and like it was bad. It was really fucking bad. So I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I hope that there's multiple endings to 5, and if there is, then what we'll probably have to do is like warning everyone ahead of time. If there's like more than it wouldn't matter, because we can't get to the endings.
Oh.
Don't worry, Mitchell. It doesn't matter what endings you get.
Oh my god. Yeah, our ending will be the cliffhanger ending, the secret 4th ending of, sorry guys, Atlas doesn't want us to go any further. Bye.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's like sometimes I get really frustrated at like Japanese studios.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
It's rough. It's rough sometimes. You know,
Well,
hopefully.
In the worst case scenario, like I know Game Widow is having a blast with the Persona game, or this particular Persona game, so maybe she'd like another one. We could just start something else up, or I don't know.
Yeah. Fuck it. Dancing all night, baby.
Yeah, no, that's the one. I was gonna say Dancing All Night. I was gonna say Persona Q. Jump right in with no context to anything.
Dude, I really need a spin-off P5 game. Whether it be the fighting game or the dancing game, we need one. Or no, we need a Persona 5 ice skating game.
I thought you were gonna go dancing, the dance fight game.
Dance fight game. Hell yeah.
Persona 5 stealing all afternoon.
Stealing all afternoon. God damn it. Yeah.
God. All right. So that was a weird tangent to take. I don't even remember what the fuck the original thing we were talking about was.
Well, you know, Persona, man. It's we're in the Velvet Room and talking about Persona. You know, it's good. It's all good.
It's natural.
I really hope that like it gets to, like our playthrough gets to a point where like someone at Atlas has to be like, have you guys like seen this shit? You guys like
That's the thing, dude. Like, I think we have to worry about our fucking channel name before we even worry about moving past the stream deadline. Yeah.
I want it like a little like note from Atlas saying like a cease and desist. Like,
oof.
Oh, that'll be the day. All right.
Yeah. Well, we just changed the name, right?
Right. Real quick, I couldn't help but notice that in general topics we had Guardians of the Galaxy. Did you guys both watch it?
No, I did not watch it, but
I did manage to watch it.
I'm sorry, I'm being that guy. I can mute myself.
I did my fucking homework. I actually woke up today early to
I
just
can
go to the
literally
theater to
just
watch
dip
it.
out of the I can mute, I can deaf myself, and you guys can talk about it for a little bit if you want.
No, we won't do this.
No?
No, we'll wait for you. We'll wait for you.
I mean, well, I don't know when I'm gonna get around to it. I just don't watch fucking movies anymore, guys. Like,
no, we just gotta guilt trip you into watching the film.
No, we have to force you into going alone.
All of our fans are waiting.
Film alone.
I might do that. Fuck.
All of our fans are waiting for you.
I've never been to a movie theater by myself.
Really?
Yeah, no, I haven't gone to a movie by myself before.
I went to go see Godzilla when it came out into like the 2014 Godzilla. I went to go see it by myself right before work.
Yeah, and how'd that go?
It's actually I would totally recommend going to a movie by yourself like earlier in the day, because like it's a little bit more awkward where there's more people in the theater, admittedly.
Man, today was Mother's Day, so it's like it was filled.
No,
Like-
really.
No, I would see it like in the front few rows because I sort of got my tickets late.
Oh man.
Holy cow!
So then like maybe I'll go to like a matinee or something like next Saturday. Or
Yeah,
something.
totally grab a matinee. Or at least try to beat the crowds.
Did you?
Yep.
Real quick, do you guys have to go to a theater where like you guys have to get your seats before you sit in the theater?
It depends.
Yeah, it depends on the theater. I haven't really done exploring around here, but
Like, I think the local university by me like has a theater where it's pretty much like you grab your seat. But a lot of the theaters, like the Marcus theaters nearby me, you get you assign yourself a seat and you choose from the available ones.
Cause I ran into that problem with Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where we all got to the theater an hour early to go see it, but then like we had to when we went to go get our tickets, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, all these people ordered their seats online already, and I'm like, what? So we had these really like shit front row seats, and like it was just But Josh, we'll totally have to talk about it next week with Sora when Sora watches the film. And
Yeah,
we're just gonna keep peer pressuring him into watching the film.
it's delicious.
Oh, that delicious film that Sora Sora, you should totally join our death cult.
Yeah, it's like we could totally talk about how there was totally like a Gurren Lagann reference in it. I don't actually know if it is one, but
I was kind of hoping that that was something you picked up too.
no, it totally is though.
It is. It's totally a fucking Gurren Lagann reference. All right, hang on. But real quick though, I wanted to kind of go back to Steven just for a hot second.
I knew it would come back.
Well, okay, so I wanted to say one thing real quick, which was the fact that one of my favorite parts in the new episode was the fact that okay, real quick, spoilers just for 15 seconds. How death culty the fucking in horror filled it can feel because of art direction.
Yeah.
And how the feelings in all the episodes are just really solid, and when it wants to be mysterious and eerie, it really does a great job, because when you see Topaz around the merry-go-round, the way that her face is and the angle and stuff and the music, oh, it's so good. It's so fucking good. But yeah, anyways, yeah, it's back. We're no more spoilers. Anyways. But yeah. So okay, so Sora, we'll have to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy 2 as we keep peer pressuring you into watching it. And then is that the end of the cast this week?
Is it?
I mean, it could be. Yeah.
Oh. It really snuck up on me this week. We've only went for an hour, but I'm okay with that.
If I have something non-spoilery that I can say about Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm really happy that we got to see more Yondu.
Yeah, totally. I'm really happy.
I thought Yondu was the coolest shit in Guardians 1. It's holy cow.
I'm really glad that they really do a good job of everyone having a sense of importance and and that kind of stuff. But once again, super vague, obviously. But yeah, so I guess that technically ends the cast. We'll do questions now, I guess.
Well, I didn't do my week, I guess, but
There's Mitchell skipping over your spot. Oh god.
My week was pretty short, admittedly, because there's a lot of work stuff, but I got the Steam Link and the Steam controller.
Oh, how's the Steam controller?
It's good. They were on sale on Amazon, so I said fuck it and got both. So having the Steam Link's awesome because you could just I could finally play games on my PC on my couch, which is really nice. So I tried booting up. I'm trying to fuck around my controller, so I booted up Doom, right? And the Steam controller was fucking weird, dude. And maybe it was because I was a little tipsy because I had a lot of beers or whatever. But so the way the Steam controller works is that you can
It's
set
2 touchpads, right?
Yeah, you have 2 touchpads it also has 1 control stick and 2 touchpads, right? So the right touchpad you can kind of use for aiming the camera around, which is really kind of bizarre and not at all intuitive at first. But the cool thing is that it's very customizable. So you just like, if you don't like your controls, like you could literally just press the Steam button and you can like look at your controllers and you can look at different mappings that other people in the community have come up with. And so for Doom, there's this one that's voted up like 5,000 times. It's like Doom high precision aiming kit or high precision aiming config. And so I'm like, sweet, I'll download that. And then like I fucked around, like I tried for like 5 minutes. My camera wouldn't work. My camera didn't move around at all. And I was like, what the fuck? Like I can't do anything. I can't move around. And I looked into the controls, and the fucking mouse pad was disabled. Those assholes disabled the mouse pad. Like, I got trolled so hard. So there was that. And then I played. Really bizarrely, the one game that I stuck with and I was having a lot of fun with the controller was Dark Souls 3. Like, that game works really well with the Steam controller because it has two back buttons, like on the back of the controller, that you use as triggers, and so you can sprint while moving around without having to do the weird Monster Hunter claw. You know what I mean? So I'm at the sprint button.
It's funny because like fucking, I got so annoyed with like playing Dark Souls on like my controller and having to like keep down the fucking face button to sprint and like roll that I
Right.
one of the triggers on my Xbox controller.
Right, yeah. So the Steam controller, since you have two extra buttons in the back, it works super awesome. And then like the touchpad for the camera isn't so bad either because you're not really adjusting the camera that often, I guess. So you're not using it to aim, you're just using it to adjust your view. So like you could get used to it, you know. Like, but for like an FPS like Doom, like it was really, really, really rough. But I literally just got it yesterday, so I've just been playing around with that since. It's really cool so far. I'm happy to play games on my actual TV now and like sit down and stuff. Like I'm more motivated to play my PC games now. And then besides that, I played Stellaris with some friends. Stellaris is a fucking I guess it's real time. It's like it's a 4X game, so it's kind of like Civilization. Was it explore, expand, exterminate, and exploit? Yeah. Those 4Xs, whatever. So like basically you all start out, you create an alien race and you start out on a single solar system with a single homeworld, and then you just kind of explore the galaxy and mine resources from different solar systems and stuff like that. It's really, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm being very I'm being very vague about it to just kind of get through this, but it's been a lot of fun just because like it's not turn-based, so you're kind of just actively exploring the whole entire game and fucking around with friends, and like playing with multiplayer is really fun just because like the multiplayer gets really tense. Like you have different like you can form up federations with different space races, and
can you be space pirates?
You can be space pirates. Well, you can be nomadic in that like you can just kind of float around and decimate stuff, like decimate planets and just kind of inhabit them as well. Yeah, it is really good for role playing because you can like even make a space civ that like runs off of enslavement and the super dark civ, or you could be like the super nomadic or super like xenophilic, like everyone is in like super inclusive alien race where you kind of appropriate different races and add them to your culture. Hashtag the American way. And I don't know. It's just a really fun game, and yeah, I'm having a good time, especially with friends. Yeah, Stellaris. It's cool. It's good. Check it out. I think it's like $10 on the Humble Bundle right now.
Okay.
Which is totally worth it. So
I might pick something up and just be a space pirate and ruin people's days.
Right. Yeah.
Space pirates. Yeah.
Space pirates. Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, let's get into some podcast questions then. We can start getting the fuck out of here. DM asks, who is your baby war waifu? Fucking really?
Oh, David, sorry. Yeah, that's my fault. That happened during my Bayonetta cast, so we brought up Baby War, and I saw that DM put that question up, and I didn't research Baby War. I'm sorry. I
Before we go into questions, I need to talk about something that happened during your stream. All right, because it's been something that's been bothering me for like the last couple of days.
Okay. Are you calling me out right now?
Yeah, I'm calling you out right now. So it's something that I thought was really funny. So I come on to Source streams like maybe just to check up on everything to make sure everything's okay, and then I troll him a little with like a joke or a question or something, and I as a joke I was told, hey, maybe you should ask him some really awkward questions, and I'm like, haha, that's a good idea. So then I ask him what his favorite panty colors are. And he gives me the realest fucking response I've ever heard.
Oh man!
And I had to leave. I had to make an excuse to leave because I was like, oh god.
I knew that would get you. I knew you were trolling me, and that's why I went that route. That was awesome.
You piece of shit. And then I look at the stream afterwards, and like we lost one subscriber. I'm like, that was my fault.
No, really? No, don't put that on me. Don't put that on me.
No. I'm fucking with you. I just like, I was like, oh god. Also, I need to know, why the fuck did the baby war come up again?
I don't know what Baby War is. I still don't know what that is.
Okay, so there's a game that we've tried to play. I tried a solo stream called Conception 2.
Okay.
And
thank you. I'm trying to Google it right now, and it's not working.
Videos for these.
Okay, so the thing is that game is the craziest, most bullshit game I've ever looked at in my entire life. And I looked at it, and I was like, you know what? After playing for like an hour, I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to solo stream this ever again. And then when I had Rhyme for a channel guest, I was like, hey, we should check out this really shitty game. and so we checked it out, and she's like, wow, this is garbage. I'm like, yeah, exactly, right? So then, I didn't realize I played over the 2 hours to get my refund. And so I'm just stuck with this Conception game. And so the joke is, Mitchell, do you ever want to play the game again? And I'm like, you know what? I'll tell you this much right now. If I can find someone who would be willing to put up with that garbage with me, I will totally play Conception 2 again. Like, I will totally sit down and I'll play at least another episode or two of Conception 2.
Oh god.
So
is that why you're making me come up to Akron?
What the fuck?
Did you find it?
Yeah, I'm looking at this right now. What the fuck?
So you have babies with these girls.
Oh.
Starception and
No, it's totally a super under the radar like metaphor. K, got it.
Super under the. It's a real down to earth kind of vibe.
Why?
No, it's only something that Japanese people can pull off.
The red-haired chick looks pretty cute. I guess that's my answer. That's my waifu. How about that?
No. You totally
I'll go Hatsune Pinku.
Hatsune Pinku.
I'm just going off the image that was. Wait, no, I see.
That's exactly what I'm going off of too. Yeah.
I see Lucina back there. I'm gonna pick Lucina.
Lucina looks pretty cute.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, Josh, who do you pick? You have to pick one.
They're all generically like.
Josh, you have to pick one.
Shitty,
pick the
commercially drawn like.
I will pick one for you if you do not pick one.
It's Little Miss Two-Tone over there. How about that?
Whoever it is that like fucking.
What, the mono bear girl?
Fucko was.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering like the stream correctly.
Wait, what?
You know the one that you called Fucko.
I can't remember who's Fucko. I don't remember which girl's Fucko. Jesus Christ. Oh, God.
Because clearly you'll get some action there.
No, Fucko's the most reserved.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Hatsune Pinku was Fucko.
Oh,
okay. All right.
I guess I'll go with Hatsune Pinku then.
All right. So everyone got their girl. All right.
Yeah.
Now what do we do?
Now the baby war starts. That's how it works.
Oh, okay. So do we like have babies and like raise them up to fight each other?
No, that's the worst part because they don't. It's not like Fire Emblem where because of time shenanigans, the child you have with that character grows up and becomes like an adult. They are babies. They're star children who will fight. Like, it's so dumb. It's so
like,
fucking
I'm just
dumb.
thinking about like Rogue Legacy here.
It's not even Rogue because they're babies.
This is what the hero in Rogue Legacy comes back to.
God, you want you mean the hero of Joestar Legacy? That's a game I'd play. All right, real quick, we got some podcast questions here.
I mean, how can you beat that?
Mitch, how is your relationship with Gang's bird? Oh, I've never met the bird actually. But I know that the bird is still from hell, and Yuna summons him to fight. All right, next question.
Is this like a how to full boyfriend like question?
No. So Gangmudo has an actual bird.
Oh, okay.
And like during the Final Fantasy X playthrough, I kept making jokes that all her pets were our summons because she has like a little like hamster too. And like I've never been over her house and like to see the animal, so I always make the joke. It's like oh yeah, we summoned Ifrit, your hamster from hell. Like, and when the monsters were destroyed, I'd be like, when you get to hell, say hello to Gangmudo's hamster. And like it's just really fucking for. Anyways, the point is that yeah, no, I've never met the bird before, but like makes tons and tons of noise when like we're playing Overwatch together from time to time. So yeah, Stoic asks. Oh, by the way, DM asked that question. Stoic asks top anime of 2017.
Oh fuck, I'm really bad at this.
Does JJBA still count? Can I still throw that as
Sure.
Fuck, I forget what I was watching last season.
JoJo?
Let me pull up the anime like listing really quick.
Yeah, I've honestly taken a big reprieve from anime right now. It's just Little Witch Academia.
Winter, yeah.
I know that I know that at some point I wanna lay down and just start watching more Mobile Suit Gundam 00. But like I've only watched like one episode of that and like it didn't really work out hot. It's a hard sell. I might just go to Unicorn, to be honest with you, like Gundam Unicorn, because at least Gundam Unicorn takes place in the universe that I care about. So.
Oh wait, fuck. That's right. There were a lot of anime that were good last season. Shit.
God. I feel like, you know what? I feel like I need to start setting up the Rabbitcasts again, because then you guys could show me more anime and we could finish free. Like, I honestly feel like I need to just pick a day and like just that'll be the day. We'll all just watch anime and shit because I desperately need Tuesday. We don't have anything going on Tuesdays anymore because the stream got moved to Mondays. So maybe that could be the day where we all just sit down and watch anime and shit. But yeah, I don't really have one, to be honest. So
yeah, no, I feel really bad, but I've been behind on my anime this year, so
I mean, I've been sort of behind since I've not been keeping up with Little Witch Academia or like any of the other series that I've been like supposed to keep up on. I think the only one that I still watch sort of regularly is Attack on Titan, because I have to, because I have to watch this train wreck go.
Oh, man. God. Oh, real quick, we have a couple more questions. Do you guys prefer to spell nerds with an E or a 3?
What? No 3. What the fuck? I don't talk in leet speak. Like, come on.
3.
I gotta side with conventional wisdom here.
No, I say 3. It depends on what character's saying it. Like, I personally would prefer the regular way, but I could totally see like dumb stereotype nerd characters like do that. And like if they're nerdy enough and dorky enough, then I could be like, you know what? That's cool. It all works out fine.
Okay.
Let's see, and that's the last question. All right, so because now they're talking in the podcast question chat instead of the podcast chat. I don't see anything on the YouTube, so yeah, we'll start ending the cast. All right, so this upcoming week, let's talk about some stuff that are coming up. Tomorrow, there's more Persona 5. We're gonna start our new adventure and try to defeat Madarame, whoever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
On Tuesday,
gotta defeat Genshiken here.
Yeah, the funny part is I heard his name and I'm like Madarame, and like I thought of Genshiken and I'm like I turned to Gangmudo to say something and I'm like, she has no idea what the fuck that is. So like it was a fucking real ass struggle because when you think of Madarame, it's either that guy or the bald dude from Bleach, right? So like that's the only two I can think of.
There's a Madarame in Bleach.
Yeah, remember the bald dude with the pole arm thingy? The Nagata,
Was he the other guy with like Ichi in his name?
I think so. Ichiraku Madarame or something like that. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know if
forever.
I care anymore. But okay, I'll take you at your word.
Yeah. I'm fuck it, whatever. And
Greek hasn't been relevant in our lives since it started to suck. Actually.
Right. So Tuesday then, we'll do some anime night. Sora, Josh, if you want to, you can join us for that.
I see. It's Sora included, and then Josh, if you want to. You actually don't want me there.
Well, no, I'm saying fuck off. Just fuck off.
No, of course I won't.
Well, because I don't know. I thought maybe it would be a fun idea. Fuck it, we're live. Whatever. I don't give a shit. And then Wednesday is... Oh, no. I'm sorry. Thursday, Sora, are you playing more Bayo this week?
Yeah, I'm going to try and finish up Bayonetta. Maybe that... I don't know if I'll be able to do it in one stream, but we'll do it.
Dude, fucking go for broke. I was able to beat all of Legend of Korra in, like, a stream.
Jesus.
It was a very real day. It was a very, very real day. But, like, dude, go for broke. I will totally check up on you. Friday, I don't think we're doing anything. And then, Saturday, not this Saturday, but soon we're gonna start the Saturday streams back together. The first one we're gonna do is a Mario Kart stream. And we're gonna have a couple channel guests on because we're gonna be testing out some new people to see if maybe we can get some more regulars on the show. So yeah, during that episode, you'll guys get to meet some more fun people that we know over here on this end of the spectrum. And yeah, but obviously we're still working out the details on that, so it's not happening anytime. It's happening soon, but not too soon. So it's not like this week.
Cool.
I'll let you guys know. And then Josh is coming up at some point, and we're gonna do some stream stuff too. So yeah. Sora, whenever you're in town, let me know, and we can totally plan stuff too.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, rock and roll. So that ends another episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
Bingo Bongo.
Bingo Bongo. I'm gonna put that one in my back pocket.
Transcendent, man.
Transcendent. I heard him say that. I'm like, what? It's fucking Zenyatta. Like, what the fuck is this garbage?
Alright.
Man, alright.
Oh, dude, it's what all the cool people say, right?
Man, fuck off. Alright, later, everyone.
Yep. Have a good night, guys.
Night.